The four of you have common bonds, common connections. It's why you're grouped here. I firmly believe that working with each other, with a community, with what's the idea at a Thanksgiving with friends, a friendsgiving, a found family. That's how I believe in growth, and that's how I see you being able to move forward and progress. And so, I know that the crime scene photography aspect of your job is uncomfortable to talk about, but I hope that you'll come to understand that you're talking about it with friends and with people that support you.
Look, nothing comes easy for everyone. No one is born into a life where they could just pick what they want to do for the rest of their lives and have it. And they could just set that road and say, this is what I'm going to be, and I'm going to set out to do it. Some of us have to do things in the gutter to get there.
How old were you when you left home?
I was 16. And I did what I had to do to stay alive for as long as I could. And I always thought I had a good eye. I always liked keeping things forever, and I was good at photography. It's just nobody wants to buy some kids' pictures. Not when they don't have anything behind it anyway. So you figure it out. You do the things that you have to do to crawl yourself out. To get closer to being someone, and you don't look back the second you get out.
Do you remember the first scene that you photographed?
Yeah. I remember because sometimes things look worse when you're developing them. In the moment, you're just thinking about the composition of it all, but when you're developing them and you really get to see what you looked at and you saw where you put yourself in that scene and you realize that that's a memory that you have to have forever. She just didn't look right.
How so?
The police said it was self-harm. They said she did it, but it was too clean. It was too perfect. It's the way you kind of muss up a bed to look like you slept in it, so you don't get caught for sneaking out. It's the way...
Piling your peas into smaller piles of peas.
It's hiding your food under a napkin. It's just... It was too perfect.
Laura, you said you have an eye. What is it that you focus on in a place like that, in a setting like that? What is it that draws your attention?
I like to focus in on... It's probably what made the crime scene photography so awful. I like to know why people are people. I like to focus in on why someone looks the way they do, why they carry the face they do, why every wrinkle by their eye is there, if they smile a lot, if they don't. I like to focus in on everything that led up to that moment. Which is why taking photos of someone that and at the end of their life is so horrifying. Because you have to put all the pieces together as to how they got to that moment. It's not about the image you're taking, it's what led to that image.
Each of you has had an impactful moment at the scene of something horrible. Does anything Laura said ring true?
Well, certainly when you think you know someone, and when you see the end of what that someone was, I think I understand what you're saying, Laura.
Thank you, Myra. Riley, you had a bit of a different encounter. You were in a position of authority. It wasn't necessarily your first scene like that. You've been in stressful situations like that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any insight you can share?
I guess it's hard when it's about choices because you feel like you can help change something. I mean, there's a lot that isn't in our control, but when it's based on someone's choice, that's more in our control, if that makes sense. It should be, I think. And so when it doesn't work out, it's harder to take than when it's something that I don't know, when a crime happens and we, you know, in the police force, when you see something happen after the fact, there was nothing you could have done to prevent it. That's very different from being, I guess, part of something that you really should have been able to fix.
Billy, you had to make a terrible choice. Is there anything that's been said that speaks to you at all? These three women have seen the things that you've seen. Maybe not in the exact circumstances.
Yeah, I think it's brave of them all to share their stories.
I agree. Thank you, Billy. Laura, how does it feel afterwards? Walking away from a situation like that, your adrenaline dies down. How do you feel after taking a picture like that?
Like, it feels like you sold a little bit of your own soul for it. It feels like it's an exchange. You're not taking pictures of an object. You're not taking pictures of a scenery. There's a little bit of you that you sacrifice to it. There's a little bit of you that you willingly give up in exchange for that.
Give up a piece of your soul.
Yeah.
What about the pictures you don't remember taking?
They were alive when I took those photos.
I know.
I don't remember them at all. Normally, even if it's just a headshot, I put on a little music. I kind of feel the atmosphere of the room and what the client really wants to convey, and I just kind of throw myself into it. I try and make myself a voyeur of the situation. I'm not there. It's not them and me. It's just me and them on their own. But it was like the second I pulled focus, that connection was just gone. And then I don't remember anything.
We're going to cut. Rocky beach. Storm clouds rolling in the sky. Sort of an ominous green light rolling through the clouds. Billy stands alone on the shore. And as you take a moment to collect yourself, a moment ago you were standing in a hallway with your group. Now you find yourself on this beach. In the blink of an eye. And as you look around, you start to notice insane things, unexplainable things, ships that look like they're out of a History Channel special, roped to massive twisted boulders on the shore, hooded figures stepping out of the ships, out of the boats, walking forward past you. And as you sort of start to watch them processing forward in groups of 2, 3, 4, you see rising in front of you a city. Something that the logical side of your brain tells you should be a ruin. Shouldn't be still standing in pristine condition, but it is. What do you do?
This isn't real. This isn't real.
You feel the breeze across your skin, blowing through your hair. You feel the dampness of the air.
Can I start to call out for the girls?
Of course you can.
Riley? Laura? Myra?
Aside from a few askew glances from some of the other visitors, there's no real response. It seems that you're on your own.
Do I recognize? Have I been here before?
In that way that sometimes when you go to a place and you sort of feel that sort of prickle in the back of your head, it feels familiar. You can't place it.
I'm gonna go into the city and start seeing if anybody will react to me, can hear me.
Okay.
Or is familiar.
As you start sort of walking alongside these people progressing in, you pass through these sort of small scattered groves of trees. You find yourself in front of an open gate. Massive, with these huge sort of wrought iron double doors swinging open. And as you find yourself at the foot of the gate, you look around and you don't see any of these cloaked figures, any of the people that had just been processing on either side of you.
I want to go through the gate.
You step through the gate, and you find yourself alone in this bizarrely quiet city. Walking past buildings, and as you sort of start to explore, you turn a corner. Dude, there you are. And you look up, and it's Alan, your boyfriend, holding a tiny camera in one hand and his temperature reader in the other. This place is insane.
How is this? How are you
Bro,
here right now?
How am I here right now, bro? Have you been getting this? Have you been filming?
What is going on? How are you here right now?
Stop you're freaking me out. You're freaking me. And he like literally just has his camera in your head. You're freaking me out. Like you leave for 15 minutes to get B-roll. You were freaking me out.
I'm so happy to see you. Oh my God, I don't know how this is happening.
Oh my God, this place is crazy.
I know. Where are we? What is this?
Come on. Like, look, seriously, I was just back there, like a little further in, and I swear it got like crazy cold.
Good. Did you get it on camera?
Yeah, I mean, I got something. I don't know. You know, like we'll have to go back like later on, but bro.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be great.
Oh my God, this is so cool. No, yeah, like come on, like just like give us like a weird, like a little bit of an intro, you know, or whatever, because like expert, but like face of the show, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so like he's sort of like walking backwards, and he has his like little camera on, and he's like watching you in his little viewfinder.
Are we doing? He wants me to do a little intro.
Yeah. Give me an intro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I'm Billy Hunter. We're here in this very exciting city. We're going to be doing some investigating soon. We're very excited. Alan and I are here. We're super pumped, and we can't wait to show you.
Activity already off the charts.
I know.
This place is wild.
We're getting cold readings. We're getting spirit box readings. We're so excited. We can't wait to show you guys all the footage.
Sick. Like 100% sick. This is going to be awesome.
All right, well, let's go in.
Oh, so cool. And with that, he sort of turns and he like steps into the city, walking further in. Just chattering about like how crazy this place is and how sick all the buildings look. And you just follow him smiling. It's the first time you've seen him since it happened. And you're seeing him in the best of times. And as you turn a corner, he's sort of standing in front of this larger building. There's a door in front of him. And he's just like pointing just excitedly. He's like, oh man, this place looks sick. You want to start here?
Yeah.
Let's start here. Okay. And he like hands the camera to you and he's like, hang on. Let me do like sort of like a setup for this. Hang on. Like, shoot.
Okay.
Do I look good?
Yeah,
look good?
Of course.
Okay. So like, we've been getting like readings in the city. Like we've hit a couple of like cold spots. It's been pretty chill. We're gonna go into this building and just like check it out, sort of like see what's going on, you know, like just see like, you know, how like thin the veil is. This is gonna be tight. Let's go. And he like sort of like takes the camera back and steps into the building.
And I follow him in.
You step into a house party. You recognize it right away. It's a party the two of you attended together. Like some random YouTube star's condo. There's music playing. It's crowded. He's ahead of you a little bit, sort of walking sideways, pushing through the crowd. He's holding a drink over your head. He kind of looks back. He's like, come on, you really gotta meet these people. And he actually pauses and he's like, oh shit, I forgot this whiskey. Oh man, this whiskey's for Dave. Would you like just like run and grab me like a drink for me? I'm so sorry.
Of
I'm
course.
so sorry. I'll meet you right over there. Just go grab me a drink.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, baby. And he sort of like continues into the party.
So I go into the kitchen to make him a drink.
Great. You sort of like make your way through people. Usual party vibes, right? There's someone who definitely doesn't live there going through the fridge already. There's random bottles of liquor open all over the place that people brought. People having to talk super, super loud over the music. And as you're making a drink, you glance. The kitchen sort of leads out into a balcony area. There's like a double door that overlooks the city. But standing on the balcony, you recognize two people. You recognize Patrick, your ex, who was trying desperately to make sure that you have not noticed that he knows that you're there. And this is the first time you've seen Patrick since you crushed his throat with your hands in that motel room. But you also recognize the woman with him. Tall, lanky, long black hair. Wider, sort of haunted eyes. And unlike him, who's desperately trying not to be noticed, Alice is looking right at you. She leans back against the balcony rail and kind of snakes an arm around Patrick's hip.
I'm going to turn around on my heel and I'm go find Alan in the party.
Okay.
Because we got to go.
Great. You burst back into the party. He's off. He's across the way talking to this David.
We got to go. We got to go right now.
You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good, but we got to go. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready to go.
Are you still feeling sick from that hotel we
No,
investigated
I'm not
last
sick.
night?
I just- we
like that
gotta go.
spiritual energy, girl.
Look, Patrick's here. We got to go. We got to go right now.
Oh, fuck.
I know, so let's go. Let's just go.
Yeah. Hey, bro, he kind of turns to his buddy David, like, bro, I'm sorry, bro, but, like,
Sorry.
Bro.
Okay, let's go.
David's like, bro. Follows you out the door. You cut back through the crowd the way you came as you approach sort of the entrance. You sort of hit the foyer, and the door to the condo is there.
I throw the door open. I'm ready to go.
You throw the door open, and you step into a very familiar hotel room. You're not alone in that room. There are 3 other people. Patrick, lying dead on the ground. Furniture tossed everywhere. And Alan, dead in your arms. And you stand, watching yourself cradle his body. Blood starting to dry and congeal. There's no more door behind you, just the bathroom to the motel room. And on the other side of the room, the motel room door. No sign of the condo. No sign of the city.
I push his body off of me.
You are staring at yourself.
I'm not. Okay. I'm seeing this.
This is an out of body.
Okay. And the only door is the motel door?
Mm-hmm. Just past them.
So I have to walk through it to leave?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to do that. So...
As you... Go ahead.
I'm trying to step around the blood, but it gets on my shoes.
You do your best to step through. You are disturbing things in the room. And as you find yourself trying to gingerly step over Alan's body, I need you to roll your dodge.
Whoa.
It should be in the bottom left column.
Ooh.
Or the
80,
bottom of the
right.
far left.
I'm a 25.
Do you want to use a reroll?
I do. Great. So that's 100. Oh wait, no, that's 110. Wait,
It'd be 100.
it is 100.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did
Oh,
you
you
roll?
know what? I think we
did you
have
roll
two
a
of the
one?
wrong, yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit, should I do it again?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
if you
We
do
had
it-
two of the wrong dice.
Oh, gotcha.
Or two of the same. So 53.
Okay.
It's not as bad.
What's your score?
It's a 25.
Oh, yeah. As you step over Alan, his eyes flutter open, staring up at you, and his hand shoots up, grabbing a hold of your ankle. And you stumble forward.
I'm just gonna barrel out of the room.
He's on his feet trying to get a better grab on your leg as you barrel out of the room, and as you push your way out of the hotel room door, you find yourself back in the city. Alone. You're standing in a large courtyard. Maybe at some point in the city, this is a center of socializing, commerce, hundreds of people. At some point, probably milled about in this area. In the distance, you see what instinctively feels like the heart of the city, this tall, black, twisted spire. And it's not so much the spire that attracts your attention, but what's perched on top of it. This unnaturally tall, human-shaped figure almost seems to unravel and open itself up on the top of the spire. And though it's a good distance away, you know that it's looking directly at you. There's a moment where the two of you just stare at each other. And then wings. These broken, torn wings unfurl from its body, and it launches itself into the sky with this twisted, bizarre scream that is a sound that you've never heard. It vanishes into the clouds. And you recognize that you need to run. You need to run for your fucking life.
And I do that.
As you take off running through the city, I want you to roll your dodge for me again.
4.
Okay. You're running and instinctively, every hair on your skin is starting to pick up on your body as you somehow sense there's something descending quickly out of the sky past you, and you turn this sharp corner to the left, not even knowing if there's a wall, not even knowing if there's a building, not even knowing if there's a place to run. You find yourself tearing down this street, this cobblestone empty street, as you feel this creature swoop directly past you.
And there are buildings with doors, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try a door to hide?
Yeah, you can, of course.
So I try a door.
Okay. On your right, there's a door. It opens.
Okay.
It
I go
opens.
in.
Okay. You
Can I
find yourself in this empty but not unfurnished room. It looks like sort of the living room of a residence. You can hear outside what this thing, whatever it is, frustrated, angry. It knows that you're here. It knows that you're close. You can hear it taking steps outside.
Is there a kitchen?
As you look around, yeah, there's a room that sort of leads into what looks like sort of a food prep area. There's stairs that lead upstairs, and it looks like ahead of you there's another door that leads outside to the other side of the building.
I'd like to go into the kitchen to get a weapon.
Okay. Will you please roll your spot hidden for me?
32. I'm going to do a reroll.
Okay.
Okay, 99. How many rerolls do we have?
We've got quite a few, actually.
I'm going to do one more.
Thank you,
Go
chat.
for it.
Thank you, chat.
75.
You go into the kitchen. Unfortunately, you don't really see anything that you feel like could be used for any kind of self-defense.
Is there a phone?
No, this is... I mean,
Okay.
this place
It's
looks like...
timeless.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go back outside.
Okay. Which door?
The front door.
As you walk out the front door, I want you to roll your dodge one more time.
80?
The moment that you step out, you feel this snap of whiplash as you find yourself pulled off the ground, past the building, over the rooftops. As you find yourself wrapped within the arms of this humanoid figure, featureless except for the hint of these sunken eyes that seem very familiar. All in black. Wings sort of slowly enveloping you and sort of beating around you. And it just holds you, hovering over the city. And as it stares into your eyes, you start to feel every brick of the house that you call sanity start to crumble. As you find yourself just falling apart in this thing that makes no sense in its arms. As it takes you almost gently by the sides of your head. You feel your body swinging under it, helpless. And as you feel the drowned king's lips on yours, you hear a voice in your head. Find me. Accept me. All will be as it was. And the kiss ends. It pulls away. And it lets go. And Billy, you find yourself falling. At the moment of impact, you snap back into reality. You find yourself sitting in a leather chair in the office that the four of you found below the asylum. Abigail Wells is there, sitting in a corner, playing with a lighter. Riley's there, Laura's there, Myra's there, holding that book that she found. Billy, I want you to roll against your sanity.
$32.
What's your current score?
43.
Okay. I still, however, want you to roll 1d6.
6.
Okay. In this case, it's hard to just shake something like that off. To the three of you, Billy sat down in the chair, was quiet for a few moments, and is suddenly screaming and flailing.
Billy,
Are you okay?
what the hell
Billy,
happened?
what happened? Billy.
You okay?
There was the whole thing. No, I'm not okay. We got to get out of there. How long have I been in this chair? What time is it? Where have you all
not
been? I
long.
just had this insane thing happen to me, and this place is poison. This place is poison. We got to get out of here. I've been in this whole thing, and I saw Alan and I saw Patrick, and I don't know where I am, and I don't know what time it is, and I don't know where. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here right now. We got to get out of here right.
only
Please.
sat down
where
for a
where are your?
minute.
Look at your. Where do you see your friends right now? They got to get us out of here right now.
Your
right
friend
now.
is crazy.
That's not a very nice
you
thing
know
to
what's
To
say.
be fair,
about
we
me.
all are.
Great. Okay.
I feel like we haven't even
get out.
introduced
Gotta get out.
ourselves properly.
I mean, we got a minute.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm Abby. I'm a former resident of this fine establishment.
Former, so that means that you've already been on the outside.
They let you out?
Oh, they don't let you out. They let you down.
What does that mean?
There's only one way out of Hastur. And it's that way.
Like a tunnel?
No.
What do you
you're
mean
getting
that
at?
way? Where is that?
Yeah.
Like a tunnel.
A tunnel leading out
Or
of...
more like a tunnel with no end to it that they then seal up over your dead body.
No, there's a way out. Hey, I said y'all want to go find a gate, and you said, and I quote, sure, yeah,
Where's the tunnel?
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Where's the tunnel?
It's a little further down. There's an entrance. I just figured you four look like you are in fucked up shape.
Well,
You're
Okay,
going to show us
great.
where the tunnel is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
Right
let's
now.
Get going.
Right now.
Right now. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
This isn't like a questions 3 situation, is it? Sorry, I was just feeling all Monty Python-y right
yeah,
now.
like a...
I don't know what that is.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, is there anything, like... What, can you give us any more information about what we're heading into right now?
Well, to be perfectly fair, I just murdered the 2 people that were trying to chase the 4 of you to drag you back up there. So
You murdered
I'm
them.
a little frazzled. Oh, honey, I burned the shit out of them. And I shot them with bullets.
I kind of missed the bullet part behind all the burnt flesh.
I heard the bullet it. The smell of the flesh, though.
Me.
Right.
All me. That being said, I just saved your asses, and I'd like just like a minute to just like breathe.
I don't have a minute. We got to get out of here now.
She is not very patient.
Okay.
Or
we just,
thankful.
We've all been through a lot right now, including
Can
you.
I just start
get it.
shaking her shoulders?
Sure. How do we want to roll that? Go ahead and roll. Try to roll your fighting brawl.
33. I'm going to do one reroll.
Okay.
87. I'm gonna stop.
Okay. As you sort of like get up out of the chair and you're still very disoriented and you stumble as you go forward to sort of grab Abigail, who like has her hands around your throat quick and is just like, bitch,
No, I'm gonna go break up their fight.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm intervening in a like grabbing Billy in a loving sort of way. Not in a like pulling her off her kind of way, in like a gentle like, calm down, Billy. It's okay.
Roll your charm.
Okay. That's 2 percentile dice. That's not gonna work out great for anybody. 23. That's a success.
Nice.
Okay. So you sort of
Now, I think we're all just a little frazzled, understandably so, because it has definitely been a hell of a day, not to mention a hell of however long we've been in here for, but we have no choice, really. You're our best bet at finding a way out of here, Abby, so, Billy.
look. I'll be very honest. I need you to get out of here just as much as you need me. But I just want 10 minutes. 5 minutes.
You said 1 minute.
There's people dying. Am I the only one who's paying attention? There's
let me-
dead people in the hallway. There's people coming after. What
Well,
do you
she
need
made the
5
dead
minutes
people.
for?
And bitch, I'm still tired.
I don't care.
She sort of like just sits back down.
Can I try and meet her crazy for crazy and try and like talk her into giving us anything in a minute?
Sure.
Abby, thank you for the charred bodies out there, really. We've been trying to get out for a while. We were at Hastur for quite some time.
How long?
God, how long were we in there?
I don't know.
You don't know, do you?
All I know is my hair got way longer. Months?
Had to have been, right?
Yeah, they had us in this group program.
Oh, you don't know shit. Okay.
And we would appreciate it if you would enlighten us as we make our way to the tunnel in approximately, what now I would say about 45 seconds as originally promised.
They're antsy. We're antsy.
Sure. You know, I'm not the one sitting in the man's office asking for somebody else to just start explaining shit, you know, where I come from. You know, you sort of like, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do your own work and, you know,
Okay.
all that
Okay,
stuff.
well-
But
I want to try to negotiate here. Listen,
she just like puts her head back against the wall as you're talking.
I think it's a great idea to take a break, okay? Like you said, you're tired. So let's meet you in the middle. We'll give it a few minutes here. Take a nice breath. Meantime, maybe if you want to kind of give us a little insight on where we're going while you're relaxing, we're not going to push you anymore. We'll all get there together, right, guys? We can do this
course.
slowly, okay? Just on your own time, what do you think we need to know?
I like her. I like her very much. This is downstairs.
Yes,
Yes.
we went downstairs to get here.
That's upstairs.
Right? And there's a further downstairs is what you've told us?
That is where we're going.
Okay, great. What is that like?
Dark.
Okay. What should we do we need to try to look for things to bring with us? Like, what do we need to be prepared for? Are there people there?
I mean, old girl's carrying that clipboard.
I have a broom.
You got a broom.
I have a roll of paper towels.
Well, shit, we're set.
Okay. Are there people there? Are there anyone else like us or orderlies, anything that we have to look out for?
Nah, not so much.
Okay, so is there any danger?
There's no people, but that doesn't mean there's nothing down there.
Right.
No, I guess not.
Who else knows
So-
about the tunnel?
Me. My group.
Where's the rest of your group?
Where's your group?
One tried to bolt the other day. I haven't seen her. I kind of figured she'd be down here with you. That's why I came up. I heard the ruckus.
Okay. Who else?
The other two are down there.
In the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
And do you trust these people?
Do you trust those people?
I do.
I do.
Wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Okay, so when we get down there, we will see your group, and then we will go towards the exit. Is that the plan?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Do you feel ready to go? Now that we've talked through it?
She sort of cuts past you guys, stands up first real quick, kind of like stretching a little bit. A lot of things popping. A lot going on. And she sort of cuts through the middle of the room and goes to Dr. Scene's desk. There's a bottle of scotch there. She grabs a glass, pours a little bit of scotch in, smells it, takes a drink.
Okay, well, what do you think? What are you thinking about?
Who did the paintings?
I did. Why?
They're good.
I know. Why?
I don't know. I just noticed them. She like points at the painting of Shotgun. Who's this supposed to be?
I don't know. Just something in my head, I guess.
Why? Does that look familiar to you?
Shit, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Oh, okay.
So this is your first time in here too, then?
Nah. I've been in here once before, but those paintings weren't up there.
When was that?
I don't know. When'd you get here?
I don't
Again,
know.
we don't know. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Y'all are in a rush.
Well, you have to understand that unlike you, we haven't been anywhere near the outside in who knows how long. So perhaps you can understand our eagerness to get out. Did you make it through? Have you been all the way outside?
Mm-mm. One person can't get through.
What?
You need multiple people? Is that what you're saying?
Why?
The fuck do I know why?
Okay, I have a question. Is this not like in your perspective? Is this not a physical way out? This is some kind of mental thing?
No, it's a physical way out. Just one person can't get through it.
Okay.
How many people have to go through then?
I don't know. Probably 5 will probably do it.
So you've seen a
Great.
number go through.
No.
Where are you getting this information? Like, how do you know any of this?
It's just what they told one of us.
Who told you?
Alice told me.
Alice.
Yeah. She bolted the other day.
Alice. She was part of your group?
You know my girl?
No. I've never seen her before.
We've met.
She alright?
I'm going to be honest with you, Abby. She's not coming back down. I don't know what happened.
She was too far gone, wasn't she?
It's like there's nothing there. We tried. We tried to talk to her. It's like there's nothing there.
How'd she go?
Her head exploded on me.
And yeah.
So why don't you show us where this tunnel is before anybody else has a head explode?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing sitting in this office.
All right. Let's go. Cool. Let's go.
Okay.
Lead the way.
So she opens the office door. And pauses just for a second. And it's just like, fuck, hang on. Y'all distracted me. I did not expect to find y'all.
What were you looking for?
I don't know, anything. Hang on. Y'all help me just like snatch grab in this room. I just want to find something to show to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Like proof?
What?
Mm-hmm. The P word. Thank you.
Okay.
I go grab the bottle of scotch off the desk.
I'm going to take a painting down.
Okay.
I'm going to take a pen.
So as you guys are sort of
Yeah.
looking through the room, go ahead and roll your... Everybody roll your spot hidden.
Okay.
91. I know that didn't do anything.
72. That'll be a fail.
Well,
Oh, you have a high one.
I'm going to re-roll in a second.
Oh, shit, I'm
I
sorry.
have
Oh, no, that's okay. You go
No,
first.
please.
Okay.
66.
Re-roll. Oh,
Oh,
my.
nice.
6.
How many rerolls do we have?
We've got quite a few, actually. We have 9.
9.
I'm just going to use one.
I will also use 1.
Ooh, 16.
That's good.
Ooh, 28.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nope, still a fail. My spot. No, my spot hidden's 30. Yes, it's a success. I thought it was 25.
So we have 2 successes?
Yeah, success.
Success
I
for me, too.
succeeded.
So 3.
Fail.
Okay, so we have 3 successes. Okay. All right, so as you guys are sort of like, as you guys are looking around, Beck, you find a tape recorder. It looks familiar. It looks like one of the tape recorders that Dr. Scene would normally have when he's having a session with one or all of you. Who else succeeded?
I did.
Okay. Billy, you find a folder. And there's writing on it. Just a name. Laura Morales. Myra. You open a drawer. And I want you to roll against your sanity. Because when you open it, there's just a small hand mirror.
Oh. 2. That's a success.
Okay, that's a success. You look at yourself, and even as you look down and your reflection is kind of making a bit of a face that you yourself are not making, it's just smirking just a little bit. You're sort of able to master that, and you find yourself gripping the book. Maybe this is the first time in a few moments that you've remembered that you're holding it. But you realize it's sort of almost like this source of strength for you. It's almost become like this totem item in that moment.
I just shoved the drawer shut.
Okay.
Move on to the one underneath it.
Okay. Everything else is sort of meaningless papers you find, photographs of the building, stuff like that. But the book... It almost feels warm.
I'm gonna look inside of the book. I'm looking for, because it seems like it knows stuff about this place. So I'm looking for like anything with underground caverns.
As you start to sort of flip through the book, the other four women are sort of rooting through the office. And as you flip through the book, it's almost like your first day in a foreign language class. You technically understand some of what you're seeing, but you can't really comprehend anything. Except for two things. And for something that feels like it's supposed to be like a weird spell book, it doesn't really have like spells how you'd picture them to be, you know, incantations or chants or anything. It feels like it's all stories and prose. And as you're flipping through, you can understand two. Billy. Find yourself standing with a folder with Laura's name on it. What do you do?
I open it.
It's immediately gruesome. It's what can only be a collection of Laura's crime scene photos. You're sort of flipping through unfamiliar photo after unfamiliar photo, till you come across a picture of a woman that you've heard Laura describe before. It almost looked too perfect. They said it was self-harm, but it almost seemed just too set up. You see the very familiar body of Alice. And peeking just under that photo, you don't need to see much of it. Just a corner of a bed. But in the photo underneath the photo of Alice, you recognize the bedspread from that motel room.
I drop it. I drop the folder and all the pictures.
Okay. These photos sort of like scatter across the room.
Where did you find those?
Why are these in your file? Where did you get this photo?
I took that photo. It was my job. I show up, I take the photo, I give it to the news reporter.
You took this photo.
I took that photo. How do you know what that photo is?
I was there. That's the motel. That's where they found me. I was in that room for 2 days. I sat with, how did you, what is going on? I don't know. I'm so confused.
Oh shit.
I just got an anonymous tip. Someone called me. They wouldn't say who they were. They just said it was the tip of a lifetime. And when I showed up, there was no one there. Except for them.
Not to belittle anyone's death, but why would that be the tip of a lifetime? I don't...
I got it first. They pay well when you get it first.
I don't know how you like, it never occurred to you to mention this to me. Like,
reliving that
there are a lot of
moment.
bodies in a lot of hotel rooms.
Reliving that moment, Billy, sparks a memory as you recall being escorted out of the room by police. That triggers a bout of madness. Jump into that memory for me. What was it like? Did you feel, as you sort of find yourself in a room with a familiar doctor again, and did you feel safe, relieved when they were taking you out of there?
I don't think I'll ever feel safe or relieved ever again. So, no. I felt nothing.
I understand. What's the next thing you remember after being taken out of that room?
Like,
That's where the story becomes fuzzy for me. A phone call with a parent?
I just remember waking up in the hospital like 2 days later because I was dehydrated, and I remember waking up with an IV and
toxicity from a former lover is abuse from a person like that is common. Was it recurring? Was it ongoing?
yeah.
So this was not the first time you had sort of encountered him since starting this new chapter in your life.
No, it wasn't.
How did it feel then after the act? Did you feel justified, strong, scared?
I felt good.
Why?
I was happy to finally be rid of him.
And as we cut back to the room, go ahead and roll against your sanity.
$60?
Roll 1d6.
6.
You sort of feel inside you this anger, this sort of rolling sense of something breaking. And you find yourself looking at Laura differently. Something's been breached there. And Myra, you notice it. Especially because you know that someone here doesn't belong.
Billy Hunter. That's your name, your full name, right?
Right.
I think I remember you now. You were a paranormal investigator or something like that. I remember covering a VidCon one time, and I think you were on a panel?
Laura, as this conversation's going on in front of you, you sort of you're watching Billy, you're watching that reaction. And it's not the first time someone's given you sort of a look of betrayal like that. And falling into that memory sparks a bout of madness. Tell me again, did you feel justified in what you did?
Look, as long as I'm alive and breathing, I did everything I had to do. Justified, maybe.
And how long were you living with her, Olivia?
Yeah. About 9 months.
And she thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I absolutely don't want to be speaking for you, but it was her understanding that this was something serious.
I don't like permanence. I don't... It's scarier when it's gone, when you think that something might be there when you open the door the next day. Mm-hmm. It's terrifying when something tells you that it's going to love you forever and then it just decides to walk away. And I told her, I'm in this as long as it's fun, and at the second it's not, I'm out.
Did you expect that argument to turn physical?
No. She yelled and she had a temper, but I liked it. She was tenacious. I never in a million years thought we'd ever touch each other like that.
I know what's in the domestic disturbance report, but I'd rather hear it from you.
She was so small. I never thought in a million years I could be so scared of someone that small. But it's like something changed in her eyes, and the second she took a swing, I knew I hurt her too much. I made her too angry. I made her give up too many things, and I know that was my fault. But she just charged at me. And when she picked up that vase and swung it, I panicked. I thought of how much I didn't want to be one of those photos. I didn't want to be just a body in a puddle that somebody takes a picture of. I didn't want to be just another victim in a case file. I didn't want to be just an anonymous name that somebody scoops up and says, "What a shame." And I pushed her. And I just wanted to push her off me.
Go ahead and roll against your sanity.
It's the,
A percentile
Right.
and D10.
78.
Roll 1d6.
2.
Okay. You lose 2 sanity, and also, Billy, you lost that 6. You sort of find yourself tensing. Ready, if that makes sense, if something happens. Riley, you're sort of watching this standoff happen. And obviously, crisis intervention like this is what you're trained for, but also for a little while since you've been down here, shotgun hasn't been there. And you're clutching this tape recorder.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching this happen. You know you probably need to do something. But that indecision, that worry, that stress, I need you to roll against your sanity for your fear of making the wrong decision.
Okay. 68.
Roll 1d6.
1.
Okay. You're nervous, you're antsy, your heart is beating, but you're sort of maintaining control of yourself. What do you do while this is going on?
I gotta listen to this tape. In the tape recorder.
Okay. You just hit play?
I hit play.
The two of you are sort of in this standoff. Meyer, you're sort of standing off to one side watching. Abigail is just leaning against a wall, watching things break down. And it might even be a little jarring as suddenly Dr. Scene's voice fills the room from this small tape recorder. No one could deny the masterful skill involved in Laura's private work. Every stroke gave birth to a splash of brilliant color. Splotches of crimson covering canvases like a KOllOK. Her medium never changes. That's what's interesting to me. She doesn't dabble in watercolors, oils, or acrylics like Billy. Paints are almost beneath her. Each piece of work, shocking and unique. Each and every piece, very special to her, although she doesn't keep the physical collection for herself. The pieces never last long anyway. They're always temporary, not like sculptures or paintings. You'll never see works like hers on the walls or floors of a museum. Nor would she remember to collect them if they were. After all, if discovered, they tend to replace her art with an outline until she'd return later for the public face of that art. And the recording ends.
But
What does that mean to you, what he just said?
I have no idea.
But the artwork that's in this room, Billy, these are your paintings, right?
Sounded like he was talking about your photographs.
I
I
barely
know
told
you
him
didn't
about
bring
that.
these in here. How did these get in here? They take all of our belongings when we get in here.
I didn't bring those with me.
Exactly. So how did these get here? Why is this here?
Why is any of us here? How does he
Well,
know
he's
what he knows?
talking about your photographs. What is going on here?
Well, I'm rested up. Y'all want to go?
Yes.
Yes.
Good timing, Abby.
Are we bringing her?
Yeah, why?
Doesn't matter to me.
Look. A few seconds ago, we just told her we trusted each other, and up there, we know they would make up all kinds of lies to turn us against each other.
It's true. It seems logical enough that this could just be another one of those situations of them trying to make us think that we're crazy, and I know that we are not crazy.
All I know is we've kept each other alive these last few months, and they've planted a pen in her hands before. They've lied to us before. I haven't lied to you. I've told you everything I remember. That I remember.
Memory's a funny thing.
Fine. We all go.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all are weird, but she actually does pause. She grabs that painting of Shotgun off the wall. Can I have it?
Yes.
Shit. All right. She sort of steps out, gives it a look, and she's like, I thought I was the only one that saw him.
Excuse me? What'd you just say? You've seen that before?
Yeah. When I was a kid.
What happened?
Oh, my grandma talked about this dude all the time.
Your grandma. Okay,
Yeah.
so she saw him too?
Yeah.
What are you
Okay,
talking about?
Did it,
What
did
is?
it talk
I mean,
to
it
you?
looks like him anyway. People thought my great nan had lost her mind. Like, she was a little, remembering stuff was hard on her. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Okay, but you've seen it, you said.
Yeah. No, she called this guy. She would draw him for me. She called this guy there were where I grew up. There were fires all the time, and I was scared when I was a kid. Like, I was scared of fire back in the day, which is a little ridiculous considering.
Yeah.
And then she just points down the hall where bodies still are.
Yeah, we got that.
She called him the suit-sooted man. Like, he was just covered in, like, ash, and he always smelled like, you know, he'd been, like, smoking a pipe and whatever. And, he burned shit.
He burned shit.
Anyway, this just reminded me of him.
Okay, did he ever talk to you or give you any, I don't know, anything to go on, or any signs or anything, or?
No, man, he was just some motherfucker that burned stuff when my grandma was a kid.
So he's a
He
real
talked
guy
to
that
me.
people saw. I don't know. You said you saw him.
I mean, like, I've seen what she did.
Was it just you and your grandma that saw him, or like everyone could see him?
Oh,
and-
she told everybody about him. Nobody fucking believed her, though. The bitch was crazy.
But you saw him and she saw him. Okay, so
And as you guys were sort of walking and talking. Say again?
if you both saw him, did you ever talk to him? Did you ever try to say anything? And you haven't seen him since?
No, I mean, look, like, she would talk about him and, like, tell me stories and, like, but this just, like, reminds me.
Okay.
I mean, this is him, right? Like, did they have, like, the same shit? Was there, like, a weird, like, summer camp, like, uh-oh, someone's coming to set fire to the camp, like, sort of ghost story for y'all?
Oh.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't ever go to.
I mean, you painted him.
I mean, it's
You
just
painted my ghost story. That's
just
fucked
a
up.
man. Like, I haven't. It was just in my head. I don't think I've seen him.
Okay, well, it's mine now. She heads down the hallway into the dark.
Okay. Well, we don't really have any alternative, so it seems
Right.
like following her is kind of our only option.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely follow
Let's
her.
just stay together.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
let's go.
second we find a fire extinguisher, I'm getting one.
Good call.
So you guys are sort of heading down the hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow. There's no more doors sort of down this end of the hallway, and it ends in just almost like dirt and rubble, almost like the building was unfinished. Yeah. And there is just, it looks so out of place and bizarre, but there's literally just a thick wooden trapdoor. The lock is broken. The wood is busted up. Look, someone had punched from the bottom until the wood had finally splintered up.
Something tells me you're going to tell us that we have to go through that thing.
Oh yeah, you're in the dark now, baby.
And I don't suppose you picked up a flashlight or even a rudimentary torch to go along with your lighters and whatnot.
You won't need one.
We won't need one. Isn't it pitch dark down there?
You'll see.
Why don't you go in first with your lighter?
Okay, I will. And she very, like, carefully, like, balances her painting and just does not break eye contact with you. The whole bitch is just, like, going down rung by rung as she sort of, after, like, just a moment, you know, it's not like she's going down into depths, you know. It's like going downstairs into another level, almost. You just hear, like, okay. And you see, like, the small flame of the lighter sort of wave up.
I'm gonna go over and go down behind her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go behind Millie.
I'm going to follow.
I'll go last then.
So you find yourselves in sort of a dark area. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust. But as your eyes adjust, the walls around you are this dark gray, what looks to be concrete. And it looks like there's sort of walls pretty close to you. It looks like you can maybe walk 3 side by side. And it looks like that goes on for about 20, 25 feet. And then it seems to open up a little wider.
Well, I guess there's no way to just go but forward now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's continue, Abby.
Okay. So she sort of like steps forward, leads you guys sort of to the opening, and you step into... It almost looks like a massive underground parking garage. Structurally, that's what it reminds you of. You see columns, you see, these thick concrete slabs. And as you step down, you almost step into something soft. Your feet sort of like mush into the ground a little bit. Billy, you glance down as you sort of step, and it looks almost like layers of wet cardboard are spread out across the ground. It comes with sort of a decaying smell. And I need you to roll against your sanity because you have a phobia of decaying matter.
63.
Roll 1d6.
6.
You need a different D6. Stop rolling that one.
As your feet sort of like sink into this like mush almost of cardboard and trash, you let out just this audible shriek. It just surprised you almost, and the shriek just echoes through this chamber. Abby, who's a few feet ahead of you guys, spins around and just points. And she looks furious. Shut the fuck up.
What is this place? What is this?
This is the fucking way out. Now shut the fuck up.
I can't walk on this. I can't.
Really?
This is creepy.
You got this. Yeah. Just 1 foot over. Just 1 foot. Next foot.
Give me your lighter.
Shit.
I gave you my painting.
Roll your throw. Literally never had to ask anyone to do that before.
80. It's a 20.
Do you want to use a reroll?
Yeah, I like lighters.
You have 10.
80. Okay, one more. We're getting worse. 16.
Hey!
Yay.
Okay. The lighter sort of arcs down, and you stoop down and like catch it almost at like knee level, like so close. But now you're holding this this Zippo lighter in your hand.
I'm gonna use it to just kind of examine the cardboard, just to kind of get a better idea of
It
what I'm.
looks like soaked trash, like this almost like
Ew.
floor of just compost.
Ugh.
Why would they have this? What is this room?
It's where they put us.
This is where they put you
They
and your
can't
group?
This is where they would have put you,
If what?
What do you mean?
but once it was way too late.
Too late in what way?
What happened to Alice again?
Her head exploded.
Too late in that way.
Got it.
Let's just keep going.
Sure. Anyway, grand tour, and you sort of almost see what she was talking about when she said that you wouldn't need a light. The whole place is illuminated in almost this like nauseating green. It's dim, it's not bright. It's not like it's dim. It's dark. Your eyes are still sort of having to struggle to focus, but it is just this gross, sort of almost greasy feeling green light. And as you sort of step out into this wide area, it gets too dark as you look away to sort of see where anything ends. But in your immediate view, there are just old, beaten to shit, broken down campers and caravans
Whoa.
everywhere. Some are turned on their side.
We're in a building right now?
You're in the dark right now. Okay?
Was there some sort of community or something living underground here?
Yeah, kind of. Come on, we got somebody we gotta go see.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys sort of continue to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if anybody screams like that again, I will kill you. Do you understand?
I believe you. Unfortunately.
Sorry.
It'll be all right.
Shit. You know what? It's cool. Billy. My bad. Walk with me.
I go with her.
As Billy sort of like peels off from the pack, Myra, this place feels fucking gross. I need you to roll against your sanity because you have
A fear of grossness.
kind of. You have an irrational fear of fungus and all varieties, specifically mold.
Well, that's valid.
That's valid.
That's fair.
12.
Hate you so much.
I'm taking like all the insane
You're gagging
karma
a little
from
bit.
Myra.
Yeah.
You're like gagging a little bit. You're choking. But you're kind of able to hold it together. You're not really losing control.
It'll all be worth it. We just gotta get out of here. That's all.
The second we get some non-hospital food, it'll all be worth it.
I just can't wait to take a shower. Honestly, like in a real shower
A real unsupervised shower.
by myself.
Billy, you're walking about 15 feet ahead with Abby. She kind of like looks around a little bit. You good? You okay?
Yeah, I'm really great. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Listen. Look, it's not my business. I don't know y'all. Y'all aren't my family, but like, the fuck was up with that?
With what?
With old girl in those pictures.
I don't know how those were there. I don't know how she had... I don't know. It's weird.
Listen, this is a weird ass question, and you don't have to answer it right now. But like, out of the three of them, is there anybody that you're like tight with?
Yeah, I mean, we're all pretty close. Why?
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes down to it, who's got your back?
What do you mean if it comes down to it? Where are you taking us? Am I
Out.
going to need somebody to have my back?
I'm just asking.
I mean, Riley and I are close, but we're all close.
It didn't seem like it. It's not my business. It's not my business. I'm just saying it didn't
Well, I
seem
don't
like
know
it.
how Laura didn't know that was my...
Seemed fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
I think it was fucked up too. I don't know.
Cool. No, I'm just saying, like, push comes to shove, and it will. We gotta lose somebody.
Fine.
Just think about it.
Okay.
We're here. She's been sort of guiding you guys very quietly through these, this, like, mobile home community, basically. And she kind of looks around and very gently, very quietly doing her best. I'll actually make a roll for it. Sort of starts to open the door
Oh.
to this camper. And as she's opening it, you sort of hear that squeak of like unoiled like metal sort of start go. And she's like stops. Just like kind of trying to rip the Band-Aid off a little bit, like opens it just enough. And it's just like go, 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 go.
I go in.
Okay.
Are we all there?
Yeah,
Okay.
After a moment, the three of you sort of catch up.
Okay, I'm gonna go in too.
I'm gonna go in too.
Okay. Laura and then Myra. Cool. She steps in, closes the door as quickly as she can behind her, and you guys find yourself just sort of in the inside of this small camper. It would have been considered nothing special if it was in perfect condition. Who knows how long it's been down here? Abby pushes past the two of you, and you see sort of there's a mattress on the ground ahead in the kitchen area. The table's long gone. There's a mattress lying there. And there are two women lying on the mattress. Abby sits down beside them.
I assume these are the remaining members of your group.
She points at one woman who has this like almost military cut, short, red hair. This is Tara Bills. She points to the other woman. It's like this olive skin and very like long black hair. Looks very sort of thin now. This is Sloan. Sloan Gardens. Kind of just sits down next to the two of them. The two of them look present and aware, but not altogether with it. So you wanted some answers.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And this is the best I can do for you. We all got brought in. I got dragged in because they caught me burning down a Christmas party that was in progress. And, we did the therapy thing, we did the arts and crafts thing. Then they started dragging us downstairs.
They brought you here.
Not here. Not at first. I mean, I guess it would be upstairs now.
Through those hallways that we came through.
Mm-hmm.
With all those rooms, with the beds and the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there?
I don't remember all of it. Nothing good. I just remember at some point we were not offering what they needed. And we got dumped in here.
What do you mean what they needed? Like information?
I don't know. I do remember that thing.
The book?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about it?
They wanted me to read it. I couldn't.
I mean, it's not in any language I've ever seen before. Not that I'm exactly a polyglot. But...
That's a cool word.
Just means you speak a lot of languages.
I gather.
But... it clearly has some sort of information in it that they want to know. As far as I can tell from looking at it, it's just stories and poems and drawings.
You can read it?
Well, I can't read it. I can just kind of make out generally what it is.
Okay. You can make out generally what it is.
Yeah, it's like if you're looking at a book that's written in, I don't know, just Japanese or something, like an alphabet that you can't read, but you can tell because there's pictures and things and just the way that the words are put together.
Well, you're one-upped on us.
You couldn't understand any of it?
No. We weren't doing whatever it is they wanted us doing up there. We weren't doing it. We got dumped down here. And they started packing everybody full of that shit.
What shit?
What do you mean?
The rice.
Rice?
Yeah. You saw Alice. She was full of that shit.
Why were they doing that? Do you know?
Just to fuck with us more. I don't know. We don't work out for experiment A, so they start experiment B. I don't know.
I mean, do you have any idea what they were looking for? Obviously, they wanted you to be able to read the book. Is there anything else that they were hoping you could do? Like, what other experiments did they do?
I don't know. I think they want us to be able to... Anyway, the rice grows, there's water further in. That's where we're headed. That's where it grows.
The rice.
There's an entire rice paddy under here.
Ugh.
I didn't really see what happened to Alice, but I don't think I want to know based on the rice commentary.
Everything's wrong down here. You can feel it, right? Like you can, like against your skin.
It's definitely wrong.
And as she's talking to you guys, you can sort of take a closer look at Sloane and Tara, and you do sort of start to realize their veins are very visible. They look incredibly sick. Actually, go ahead and roll your spot hidden.
26.
Ooh, 90. That's not going to be a success.
77. I'm gonna roll again.
21.
Nice.
Oh, 78. How many rerolls do we have?
We have 10.
I'll take one then.
Yeah.
Ooh, 10.
Ooh.
Okay. So you, as you're sort of looking at the two women in the mattress, you start to realize that Sloane's arm stops being an arm and slowly turns and shifts from flesh into almost what looks like wet stone. That's sort of in the general shape of an arm. And these like long fingers that are splayed out in all different directions, attached to themselves, attached to her leg.
How long has this been happening?
Since we got down here.
How long does it take for that to happen?
I don't know. I thought Alice had a lot more time. Plus, it doesn't kill everybody. Some people, it just changes.
So the longer we're down here, the better our chances are of that happening to us.
Maybe you'll change, or something that already changed will get you first. Unless we go to the gate.
Well, then let's go to
Let's
the
do
gate.
that.
Okay, yeah, let's...
All right. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna meet y'all outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Sure.
Before you step out and there's a little bit of like rustling inside. But after a few moments, Abby steps out of the caravan. There's a moment where she just sort of looks a little sad, a little defeated. It's a private moment for herself. And that grin sort of comes back, that sort of flash in her eyes sort of returns. Okay. We go that way, and we go as quietly as we can.
What about them?
I don't think you need to worry about them anymore.
Abby, what did you do?
I said goodbye.
Okay, lead the way.
All right. She starts to walk in that general direction. What do the four of you do?
I'm right
gonna
behind
follow.
her.
I kind of want to see if I can get everyone to, like, kind of hang back just out of earshot from Abby while we follow.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of whisper
Sure.
hospital style.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll for anything, or can I just,
No, go ahead. I need to roll for her.
What? What's up?
So she absolutely killed those two, right?
Yes.
That's what I gathered.
And I would hope that you'd do the same for me if I started to change.
Is that what you want?
I would rather you got out of here if something starts to happen. I know why she did what she did. But none of us have started to change yet. So, for
And-
now, we just have to forge on and pretend like maybe it won't happen. But if it does, and I might be putting you in danger, then you have to kill me. It's that simple.
What about you two?
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Same. Pinky promise?
Okay.
Abigail is about 15 feet ahead. She's just standing, watching you guys. She gives no sign as to whether or not she heard you or not.
Okay. I walk up ahead to catch up to her.
Me too.
Okay. You ready to get to the gate?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Been ready since the moment we got here.
Okay. Just keep your voices down, keep your steps soft. We'll try not to attract any attention. And for now, we're gonna be okay, alright?
We're gonna be okay.
Questions, concerns?
Is there anything else that's down here? We're being quiet for who?
Yeah.
Or for what?
We weren't the first group here either, y'all.
And I take it that the other groups weren't quite as fortunate.
Not everybody dies from that shit. It's, fuck, what did he fucking call it? You know more about this shit with that book than I do. Oh, fuck, what did he say? Laid lines?
Laid lines.
Ley lines.
Ley lines.
Poisonous ass shit. There's like a bunch of them. That's why the building's here. Anyways, come on. Maybe I'll start asking you questions since you can read that thing.
I can't read it. I can just sort of make out the gist of what's going on.
She sort of starts to walk forward. What order are you guys walking in?
I'm like right at her heels. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm following.
I just, follow too.
Okay.
Nervously.
Everyone roll their stealth.
Not
Oh no.
particularly good at that, but you know.
I'm gonna do a reroll.
64. I'm gonna do a reroll too.
You have a few.
That's.
I'm gonna do one
Did we
more
did we
reroll.
decide all zeros is 0 or all zeros is 100?
55. I failed.
Alright, let's see.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do one reroll.
We can call it a call it a win.
A 0? Yes.
Oh god. How many more rerolls do we have?
You have 4.
I'm good.
I'm sorry, you have 5.
I'm gonna stick with the one winner we have.
Okay, so the 3 of you failed.
Miserably. But I
Multiple
got
times.
like
Yeah.
a critical success.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So the group's walking forward, and everyone's sort of like bunched up, sort of in a group. Billy, your momentum you're sort of right up on Abby's heels, and you've sort of got this momentum going, and she's taking it a lot more carefully than you are, and you actually sort of break past as like the leader of the pack almost. The two of you sort of like following in her heels, not being the quietest. And 2 things are going to happen. Riley, I need you to roll against your sanity because... Wait, pause. One of you is scared of silence, and
It's me.
No,
you're going to roll against your sanity.
no.
Sorry, you guys are scared of a lot of shit, and
It's already not great as well. So. Oh, good. 57.
Roll 1d. That's a fail. No,
I'm
that's
at
a success.
31.
Okay, yeah, that's a success.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, well
Oh.
done. You lose 1 point.
Okay, I'll take it.
So this is freaking you out, having to try to be so quiet. And suddenly there's just like this loud clanging sound that echoes through the area as Riley kicks into this, like, it looks like an old sort of screwed up, busted up, tarnished bucket. You just swing your leg into it, and it clangs off of your leg and hits hits into Laura's leg, who just instinctively swats it with her hand as hard as she can, and it hits.
I'm sorry, it was a reflex.
Oh shit.
So there's just this long series, this chain of sounds. Myra, you feel a hand grab you as Abby pulls you against a caravan wall. The 3 of you are out in the open. What do you do?
I'm looking around to see if anybody's coming towards
We
us.
have to scramble towards the wall right now.
Okay.
I think we need to hide. I think we need to get behind.
Need to hide? Okay, I'm just trying to like figure out which idea is better.
Can I look around for a hiding spot for us?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a spot hidden.
72. I'm gonna use a reroll. 86.
Nearby, you hear just this. It sounds like it's racked in pain. You just hear this woman scream close by. What'd you roll?
86.
Do you want to use a reroll?
Yep.
Okay.
51. I'm 1 off.
Oh no!
Why?
You have 3 more rerolls.
What do y'all think?
And we'll use that one as a failure, but it was actually, or a success, but it was actually a failure. But for that time,
Oh, okay,
we'll
thank
go,
you.
We'll go success on
Thank
that one.
you.
Can I look for a hiding spot?
Mm-hmm. And you guys need to look fast.
okay.
I feel like all zeros you should flip a coin. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna do 1 reroll. Oh my god, 15.
Okay.
Okay.
There is an open caravan door about 10 feet ahead of you.
I'm literally, I like grab both of their sleeves and I'm like just booking it towards it.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's this weird moment of sort of having to make a decision, this like high stakes moment where Riley, I need you to roll against your sanity.
Okay.
You have an odd phobia. I'm going to interpret it the way that I want to interpret it for the game. You have a fear of dice. We're going to interpret it as a fear of taking chances.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
All right.
So roll against your sanity.
16.
Okay, that's
So
a
it's
success, I
really
think.
good.
Okay, so
Hey.
you just lose one.
Nice.
So you,
So just one.
yes.
All
The three of you sort of bolt into this caravan. There's a moment, this sort of like silence hangs over the area. And there's this scraping and dragging sound through the trash, through the compost, through the cardboard. And you see this, like, hunched, curved figure. Almost like a scoliosis that didn't just bend someone forward, but almost elongated their spine. With a normal looking leg, but then just this weird, similarly deformed to what Myra saw, leg dragging behind it. Again, that sort of weird wet stone look.
And this is outside the camper?
This is outside. All of you can see it. Its hands sort of extended to these weird claws. Her face is... It reminds you of Alice's in a way. The same explosion. Except instead of wounds, you can just see these like juts of this sort of like crystallized rock that are just like exploded out of her face, twisted with the bone of her skull. Her eyes look completely dead, but she stands there where the three of you were just standing, waiting to hear another sound.
Nobody move.
Roll your stealth.
All of us?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to also? Okay.
27!
Oh my god.
22.
That's good. All right.
Fail. I mean, pass. Sorry, pass.
90.
6.
Can I do a reroll?
You have 5 rerolls.
I'm gonna do a reroll.
I'm gonna do a reroll too.
It's the only one I'm gonna do, I think. Nope.
I'm gonna do one reroll. I was only 2 up. Be my friends.
Oh.
You just gotta talk nice to him.
Okay, so you succeeded. Okay.
I was so used to failing. I yelled fail and I succeeded.
Riley, you don't know what to do.
Oh no.
Shotgun's gone. You don't know what to do. And in this moment of decisiveness, because you are closest to the door, and there's just this moment where you are in plain sight of this thing, and it's just going to require it looking in your direction to see you. And you roll against your sanity.
66. No.
Roll 1d6.
2.
Okay, you lose 2 points. And just do it. You just instinctively do it. You try to kick the door of this caravan shut. And your foot bangs into it. And the door just swings all the way the other side. And as the door swings this way, at first, the door, your vision's just obscured. And as it swings open, you just see the thing's head go.
Oh, God.
Door swings back, obscured.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Door
no,
swings open. And the thing screams again.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And just scrambles
Oh my God.
towards the three of you. What do you do?
What do I do? I have a broomstick still. I'm just going to shove it out and create space between us. Just try to keep it as far as I can.
Okay, roll your fighting brawl.
All right. I gotta find that. Oh, is it up?
Here's right here.
Thank you.
Oh,
okay.
yours is good.
Ooh. Nope. Reroll.
Okay, actually, here's what I want you to do.
'Kay.
Ignore that roll.
All right.
I want you to roll your... hang on, sorry. I want you to roll your power for me. Your POW up there, you see that?
Oh, that's a worse one. Oh, no. Thanks a lot. Okay. All right, come on, dice. 32. Yeah!
As you shove this broom out, it connects with this thing, with what might be its chest, and there's a moment where you're pushing and it's slowing down, and then it just continues to push forward, the broomstick snapping in half as it scrambles its way, reaching into the caravan and pulling itself in. The two of you, from your vantage point, you just see this thing looming over Riley.
Oh, no.
Does
it takes its turn.
It takes its turn.
Oh, God. Oof.
Go ahead and do a power check for me again.
Come on. 72. Oh, God.
Myra,
Yes.
you see this happening. You see this thing spot them. You see it. It's now completely blocking your vision, and you hear your friend Riley scream.
Where are we exactly in relationship to the caravan?
You're so this one's sort of ahead. There's another one. There's sort of like just a stack of like tires and trash. You guys are on the other side of that, sort of watching.
Okay.
Okay. So when she pulled you, she put your back to
To
this
another
stuff,
caravan.
and now, to this sort of like trash pile.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
And now you're able to sort of turn and look.
Okay, is there like a trash can in the trash pile?
Roll your spot hidden. See what you find in the trash pile.
Oh, God.
And while you're doing that,
My spot hidden's not very good, so.
Does she have hair?
How many rerolls do we have?
yeah, like bits
Okay.
of it, sort of like coming off of this, like, just diseased-looking scalp.
How many rerolls do we have?
I need you to roll 1d6 as this giant just claw digs into your chest, stabbing through your skin,
God.
piercing
1d6.
through your breastplate,
2.
and somehow only doing 2 points. Okay, so it
You're very
slabs
strong.
down
Yeah.
and just sort of like digs into the side of your body here.
Okay.
It hurts. It burns.
Oh.
But it doesn't like puncture through, your chest or break bone or anything. But you have this like deep, deep gash on the side of your body. Myra, what were you trying to do?
I was trying to find something to create noise.
Okay, what'd you roll?
I rolled 90, which my spot hidden is a lot lower than that.
Okay.
I'm like right by her, yeah?
Yep.
Can I
What are you
step
doing?
in?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Can I?
You can try.
I have my lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So can I try to just touch this woman in any way? Just try to like just like singe her enough to get her off of Riley?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your. I'll have you. Yeah, go ahead and roll your light. Go ahead and you roll your fighting brawl.
Oh shit!
Hey!
I am such a pyro and I love it.
Yes!
16.
Okay. So what are you trying to do exactly? Just like literally get the lighter up against this
I
thing?
imagine that she's like still like outstretched towards her, and I'm just like under her elbow, just like get the fuck out of here, lady. Just like a quick.
Okay, gotcha. And as you're doing that, Laura, what are you doing?
I want to look around for some kind of sharp object that I can use to really, like, since she's stretched, like, get her in the spine.
Roll your spot hidden.
How? 87.
Okay. You have 3
I'm
rerolls.
going to use 1 because my spot hidden has been too high to fail every time.
Oh my god! Why?
No stabbing for me.
Okay, you don't see anything nearby. Billy, you get your lighter under this thing, and you had a good enough roll. At first, you sort of have it under the arm where the sort of like stone is, and it's not really doing anything. And so you sort of move the lighter up to where it sort of turns back into skin and push the lighter against it, and that gets a bit of a reaction. It pulls away from Riley just a little bit, pulls the arm back up and just and looks your way.
Oh. Can I do? Am I too injured to do anything? Can I do
No.
something?
It's your turn.
She snapped this broomstick in half, so now I have a pointy thing.
Yeah.
You do have a pointy
So
thing.
I'm going to drive it into the eye of this
Smart.
Roll your power.
person. All right. Come on now. 76.
Or sorry,
What
actually, roll your fighting brawl.
Fighting brawl.
Oh,
okay.
that's
Reroll?
Roll.
that's your
Where
good
is it?
one.
Okay, please, come on. 74.
Sorry, premature.
I'm gonna we have rerolls. I'm gonna reroll.
Okay, we have 2, I believe.
Where's my? It's fighting
We have
brawl,
2.
right?
It's 65.
Yes.
65. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, come on.
You got a good chance.
Shit. No.
Can I try
79.
kicking it in the face?
So
What's the push? What's the push?
We'll get there.
Okay.
What's the push?
Yeah, when you push a roll, it's like
That's more for like stuff where like I'm examining a locked door and stuff like that.
oh,
But
okay.
for a fight, it's
I
not,
can't do
not
it.
necessarily a
Shoot.
thing. Yeah.
No.
So you shove the thing and it almost like, distorts its spine in a very like weird and just kind of disgusting
oh no.
way, and the broom sort of like pushes past. Roll your dodge for me.
Okay. Jeez.
That was pretty good.
40. I'm off by 1.
Oh
What'd you roll?
No, wait. No, yeah, I'm off by 1.
She
Shit.
got a 48 and it's 47.
47.
no!
Oh, God.
Okay, so you. Here's what happens. The thing, because its roll wasn't great. So it sort of
None of my rolls are
distorts.
great.
It sort of distorts, and but instead of like getting into a good position where it's able to stab back down with that weird claw arm, its human arm just like palms your face and sort of like pushes your head against the floor, like kind of hard. But roll 1d6.
1.
Okay, you sort of like feel your head hit. Doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel like your skull got broken or anything like that.
Oh, thank God.
Which takes us back to Myra.
I'm gonna run around and go into the caravan to try and help get them all out of there.
Oh, so you're running around and trying to find a back door?
I'm gonna run around and try to find a way into the caravan.
Okay, roll your spot hidden.
Spot hidden's not good.
Oh, no.
Okay, good. I succeeded. It's 30 and I got 20.
Okay, you find literally like a straight up like old school bus style emergency exit in the
Okay,
back.
I'm gonna just climb on in the emergency exit. And can I see them where?
You're able to pull it away really easily, and it's not like a big like they're right there. Like Laura's a couple feet in front of you with her back to you.
Come on, get out of here! And I'm just going to grab Laura if she's like within reach distance and pull her out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like helping Riley get up. I'm like helping her get up with her problems.
Okay, you are
All
sort of
my
like
problems.
scrambling to help Riley pull away. Roll your strength. Because you are pulling and it's holding her head.
3.
Dang.
The thing's at a weird angle. You're sort of able to yank her free of this thing just long enough for Riley to be able to get out of her, get on her feet.
Oh my god.
Okay,
you.
you take off.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going
You're
with
out the
them,
back
yeah.
door. Okay. It sort of scrambles to sort of like get its bearings again and sort of tries to force its way into the caravan. It's a little too big and is just sort of doing its best to very like urgently push through.
I want to shove the emergency exit door closed.
Okay.
Is that an option?
Oh, I want to use my paper towels that I've had this entire time.
Oh.
Forgot about your
Crumple
roll of
up.
paper towels.
And if you can help me set this thing on
Yeah.
fire,
Totally in.
Oh.
because paper towels
So
are
glad
useful.
you grabbed those.
Okay, you take a second, you're trying to like light this paper towel and like nothing very impressive is happening. And all of a sudden you just feel this hand just pull the paper towel roll away from you. And it's Abby and she douses the paper towel roll in something. Quick lights, it goes up. She opens the door just enough as the thing is like running and tosses it in, slams the door, and you hear the thing shriek as the camper very quickly goes up in flames. And she just looks at the four of you and it's just like, go!
I start running.
Yeah, I turn on my heel and start running too.
Okay,
I run.
everyone's following Myra.
I don't know what I'm running towards. I'm just running.
Okay. The five of you haul ass for just a little bit. It feels like you've run, a half mile, maybe more. It feels like you've run forever. This place just seems massive.
And Abigail's still
Finally,
with us.
yeah. Finally, Abigail sort of starts to slow down, and she's also out of breath. Just like, okay. We're good. Hang out. You reach this area. It's kind of more of the same. There's less stuff. There's a dead, just sort of stripped Ford pickup, maybe from the 60s. Sitting on the ground, no more wheels, just literally the body of the thing like sitting on the ground, and she leans against the bed of the truck. It's just like, we're good. Breathe.
How many more of those things are there?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know everything about this place. She's the one that reads that thing.
I can't read it. I told you.
I thought you knew where the gate was.
Yeah, we're close. She just kind of like sits down. She's... Is she good?
I'm hanging in there.
All right. We're close. The lake's close.
A lake.
The what?
There's the rice field, the paddies, and then the lake and the tree.
A lake
Wait,
and
a tree?
And that's how we get out.
The tree.
I open up to the page with the tree on it. Is this it? The tree?
Yeah, that's it. That old nasty ass looking thing.
Oh my god.
There's a picture of just the worst tree. Just old and gnarled and wrong and ugly.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere.
The page with the tree is where the longer story
Oh.
that you found. And you can share that or not share that. It's up to you.
Okay. I know I said that I couldn't read it, which is mostly true. But I think that this tree is called the Aurora tree. And it has something to do with standing as a memory.
As you start reading this first sentence, roll against your sanity.
55. I'm fine.
Go ahead.
And when the tenant had presented herself prone on the floor, the Aurora Borealis snuck in through bars on the window, and the Aurora slithered on her horizons like a disease of the moonlight, afraid of a kind word in an empty room. And the Aurora became the sister with wide, believing eyes as she descended in the colors of the north. And she woke her sisters from the dead of dark, which had become their world. The fourth sister burned from fingers, teeth, and rage, hugged in crimson acrylic, indistinct and forgotten, flowing liquid, like a painter's water. The Aurora's sister's hair fell like a neon weeping willow. Every strand pricked and parted to break the false eyes of the tenant. Fourth sister, staring through the water as the chosen parade into the Aurora tree, the dead light beneath, eyes wider white, swimming, sunken, and the Aurora tree stayed to mark the place where three began and one ends.
Wow.
I don't entirely understand what it means, but it could have something to do with what you were saying, Abby, about the gate not being able to be accessed by one person. It's more like a bridge, maybe, with two ends.
Yeah.
But didn't it say one ends, three starts, and one... What does that mean? One of us ends?
I'm not sure.
And even as you say that you're not sure, the words really start to take root in your head. And just as you're sure that someone here doesn't belong, that someone here can't be trusted, that just like you knew all along, someone's been working against you this whole time. You know exactly what it means. It means that three move forward and one doesn't. And that's the only way to open the gate. You know this. Whether you share, it's up to you. All right. It's not long to go now. We got about, I don't know, like, time's weird here, but usually it's like 20 more minutes.
Okay. Does everyone want to keep going?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hope we don't encounter any more former patients.
Okay, come on. And as everyone sort of starts to walk, Myra, you find Abby sort of like keeping step with you. Yeah, that's I'm just saying, like, I know how to open the thing. You know, like, there's stuff you gotta do. I know how to do it.
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea too.
Okay. That's 2 of us then.
Can I hear them?
Are you trying to?
Yeah.
Roll your listen.
39. My listen's 50.
Okay, yeah, you do. Okay, that's 2 of us. Because there's 5 of us.
It doesn't say anything about 5.
Nope. So somebody here's just pure dead weight. This is your family, not mine. That's not for me to decide, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Just think on it. She sort of picks up the pace and takes point again. Laura, as you've been sort of walking the past couple moments, anytime you've found that anytime you've had a moment here, your stress is high, your anxiety's high, and you've been piecing together with whatever junk is in your pocket something. Just a something, because you have Doromania, an obsession with giving gifts.
Okay.
And you've been piecing together whatever this thing is for someone.
I've been piecing together because I found so much candy wrappers and gum wrappers. One of those little bracelets that you make, like the kind you make at sleepovers and in high school.
Oh yeah, I can picture it.
And I'm giving it to Billy because I know she's been through a lot today. And
So Billy, you find Laura, who you haven't really been interacting with directly a lot since what happened in the office, sort of saddling up next to you.
hey,
Hey.
I know there's been a lot of shit that any of us can't explain, but I need you to know that if I had answers for you, I'd give them to you. I would. I want them for myself. And whether you choose to believe that, that's up to you, but made you something.
Is that a bracelet?
Yes, it is. Just don't ask me where I found the candy wrappers.
I don't think I want to know.
That might be the only thing I'll keep from you.
Thank you.
No problem.
And I put it on my wrist.
You sort of put the bracelet on, and the 2 of you sort of peel away from each other, everyone sort of giving each other their own space. As you sort of are examining the friendship bracelet, you can almost hear that voice in your head again. Billy, find me, accept me, and everything can be the way it was. And you almost feel like you, more than everyone here, has a reason to be able to walk through that gate. Riley, you walk scared, uncertain, without a compass for the longest you've been without one in a long time. Laura just as uncertain, but for different reasons. Myra waited with a very hard choice as to what matters, and ultimately who matters. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode of He Left It Dead. Thank you, guys. All right.
That was bonkers.
Happiest show. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys, as always, for playing at this table. I talk about it on socials all the time, but I'm honored to have the four of you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I have the best goddamn audience in the world to perform for. I honestly mean that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for participating. Thank you for dropping stuff into the Book of Shadows. I hope some of you guys are recognizing your stuff because it's in here and it's made the show so much cooler. Thank you for phobias. Thank you for NPCs. We didn't get to a few today. We will next week. Absolutely. Let me jump into donations so I can say thank you to you guys. And thank you to Lucas for making this show phenomenal. Everybody, thank you so much. I know we've had some audio stuff, and you've just been a champ taking care of it, dude. I appreciate it. Owen Shot 123 hashtag reroll. Hey, here's a reroll from me. I hope good luck comes from this. I don't know if it did.
Not a good day for me for rolls.
Negihama hashtag insanity for Laura. Owen Shot 123 starting a hashtag phobia for Riley. The fear of making the wrong decision or decidophobia. These aren't real, right? Like most. That's not a thing.
A fear of making the wrong
I
decision.
feel like that was like a doctor that, but the name of it, like I feel like that was like they forgot to name it because they were out drinking and they were like, oh yeah,
that's what it's gonna be.
Decidophobia. Yeah, that's it. Totally Not Guy helping with the hashtag phobia. Negehama, a hashtag phobia from Myra. Microphobia is the irrational fear of fungus in all varieties, mold specifically for her. That will continue to play in. That's not a one-time thing because this place is gross.
It's real gross.
Mexican Robin, he's building a hashtag NPC who we did not introduce, so I'm not going to tell you about them. Negahama, hashtag phobia for Billy. Septophobia is the fear of decaying matter. Bradley Burnett, hashtag phobia for Billy that we didn't get to. Bradley.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm nervous.
You're not going to pumpkin spice me, boy.
No!
We'll get to it next week. Wilder1251, hashtag reroll. Thank you so much. They needed them.
Thank you.
I think you're the reason Riley's alive. Mel Pimento, finishing that
Thank
hashtag
you.
phobia. Jay Pistal, Laura has Doramania, an obsession with giving gifts. We've done 4 volumes of this. I think this is our first mania.
Yeah.
It's all phobias. This is the first time
Not
someone's
my
just
first
had a
mania.
Yeah. Because I feel like we were joking about the mania, arithmomania,
Yep.
which is a compulsive need to count stuff.
Yes, yeah, but it was but that, I think that's our first. I am also probably wrong, and chat's already told me so. But thank you so much.
How pleasant.
Owen Shot 123 put some money towards that hashtag NPC. Mel Pimeno, little something towards the NPC.
Oh.
Peak 1 finishing the NPC. Thank you. Pun 314. Hashtag reroll. Negihama, hashtag phobia for Laura. Tanophobia is didn't get there yet.
And I don't even know what that means, so that's
We
fine.
didn't know,
We
don't know it.
We're gonna get into it big at the start of next episode. Owen Shot 123 hashtag reroll. Y'all give them rerolls. This is so bad. This is bad rolling. It is. This is like Matt Acevedo bad
really
rolling.
Bad.
Peak 1 more hashtag
it's surely
rerolls.
not that bad.
And Dan Boski 11 finally hashtag reroll. Thank you guys so much. And then I also want to get into let's do a couple of other. Let's do some Book of Shadows shout outs.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yes.
a couple of things dropped in.
I still have a thing that I have
You
not
do.
had a
You
chance to use yet.
you have another thing from the Book of
But,
Shadows
it'll
that
come up.
unlocked, which I'm also very excited about.
Yeah.
So first of all, the Suit Soot Man. Oh shoot, I didn't write your name down. I hate navigating on a Mac. I'll read
The fear of navigating on a Mac.
The fear of that. so sorry. I'll read it first. They said my great nan had lost her mind. You know, getting old and remembering things was always hard on her. But when she told me about the fire starter in town, it sounded too true to be a delusion. She called him the Soot Suit Man. His eyes, hair, fingertips, and suit were the color of soot. He smelled like tobacco and sulfur. I love this because this is one of like the first ones we got. This is way before the Abigail was created and put into the show by you guys, and I just love how everything sort of starts to connect and come together. It's very, very cool. I will continue to look through the Book of Shadows to find your username. I feel like a real asshole. You guys talk for a second.
So anyway,
I love my bracelet.
Yay!
Yeah.
I legitimately wish I knew how to make those.
I used to make them with Starbucks.
I know what you're with Starburst wrappers. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yes.
I used to really
I know what you
covet the
mean.
girls that
Those are
knew
the
how to make them in high school.
You are the best.
I used to do the string ones.
That was Marcus Crocs. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I didn't write it down in the notes.
Marcus is like screaming
I
in chat
apologize.
right now.
It's me. The Aurora Tree poem.
That's so cool.
Which I messed with just a little bit to sort of line it up with the
story.
is from Justin Out There. I absolutely love it. I love the
yeah, it's
imagery.
great.
Thank you so
It's so
much.
good.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And then from Logan Pars, that recording by Dr. Scene about Laura Morales, which he didn't write to be about Laura. He wrote this before I knew who any of you were. Again, I love how all of this stuff
That's
starts
great.
to connect. Again, we have another one over there that's in the book. This is so fun. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week for the 4th and final episode. We're going to see how this concludes. We're going to see who survives. We're going to see who doesn't. And we're going to see who else can be afraid of dice. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you here next week. Good night.